Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty mini tropical sub Marnie, Iowa, and I'm pretty excited right now. I've been waiting for this bike to arrive. A friend of mine owns this, got some goodies added to it, and I want to show them off to you. This is a Royal Enfield Himalayan 452, the new one, the liquid cooled hot rod. You know, it's got the single cylinder, dual overhead cam, four valve per cylinder, of course. Liquid cool, like I said already. It's got the 6-speed transmission. The motor puts out about 40 horsepower, about 30 foot-pounds of torque. That's about 42 newton meters. It's just a wonderful machine. I've got my own right over there. Got about 9,600 miles on mine already. So about the bike itself, it's got the 21-inch tire. It's got the 43 millimeter upside down forks. Check that out. About 8 inches of travel, about 200 millimeters. Look, that whole front end is just really special. 320 millimeter disc brake on the front with a dual piston bi-brake caliper. Excellent brakes, ABS front and rear. You can shut off the rear. Just look at that whole front end. Isn't that neat? Very light handling for what it is. Very rigid because of this setup here. And then all the mass is up here, so you don't have any of that moving mass down here. Just check this out. The rear has got the monoshock. Again, they've increased the travel on the rear from 7.1 to about 8 inches, or about 200 millimeters again. Ground clearance is 230 millimeters, or about 9 inches. That's up from the old one. Comes with the center stand stock. Check that out. I think it's a 270 rear disc on the back with a single piston bi-brake caliper, chain drive, of course. Stock seat height is 32.5 inches. And I believe that is 845 millimeters. And then there's a lower setting, which is 825 millimeters, which I think is 31 3/4, something like that. But very, very comfortable seat. Now this one has the touring seat on it. We'll talk about that in a minute. The fuel tank is supposed to be about 17 liters, or about 4.5 gallons. My experience is when you fill the tank, when it's on the side stand, you get about 4 gallons in. When you put it on the center stand and fill, you get about 4.3 gallons. So that's how much fuel you get. Wet weight, and this is really cool, wet weight is 430 pounds. I think that's 195 kilograms. So it's about 10 pounds lighter than the old Himalayan. I had the old Himalayan. I put about 31,000 on mine, my old one. But just check that thing out. Isn't that just a beautiful thing? So what makes this one special? What's the big deal about this one? We're going to take it for a ride. You're going to see that. But the big thing right off the bat is the pipe. Baxter Cycle has these in stock. AEW pipe made just for this bike, and this is the whole pipe. This thing is new from the head all the way down. Gets rid of the catalytic converter, saved a bunch of weight, makes an awesome noise. When he pulled up, I was inside and I was just like, hey, what is that? Ran out here and there it was. But so that's the first big thing. The next thing is the touring seat. I have not rode a bike with the touring seat yet. I've got 9,600 on mine, and I've got the standard seat, and when that seat wears out, I'm going to get the touring seat on mine. The other thing he has is this. And Baxter Cycle does have these in stock. Carbon racing fairing. It's wider. It's about a half an inch taller than the one I have. I have the tall one on mine. Mine's about 4 inches taller than standard. So this is about 4.5 inches taller, but it's also wider. Jim, the guy that owns this, was telling me it really helps a lot on the ride. Let's see what else he's done to this. He's got the tail pack on the back. So I think that's the end of it. So the tail pack, the seat, the pipe from the head all the way back, and then the fairing. These things are wonderful machines. Like I said, I've had mine all over. I've had mine in 13 states already, and all kinds of conditions. I've crossed rivers with them. I've done, go back and watch the videos. We've had a lot of fun on Utah, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, all over. I'm going to go to Colorado next week again. I might go to Kansas next week too. All the way down to Arkansas, Alabama, you name it. We've tried to get everywhere, but the bike does interstate. I did a 1,000-mile day ride on one of these, 1,030 miles. But anyway, I'm gonna get my other gear on and we're gonna go for a ride. Wahoo! It makes some noise. It makes some noise. Ha ha ha! I like it already. Now, he was telling me there's a lot of power gain, especially in the upper end of the RPM range. We'll do our best to test a little bit of that anyway. I would say it picks right up. Ha ha ha! Boy, it makes some noise. It's a very sharp noise. It's a sharp increase. Very good. Very good. Let's do some downshifting here. See what we can do for a spin test here. It's 59.4-inch wheelbase. That's 1,510 millimeters. Look at the control you have with this bike. Excellent clutch. Superb torque. Everything works good. Just look at that. 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 Wahoo! I love it. It's a powerhouse. It is a powerhouse. Wow. It just jumped. There is definitely a performance increase. How's that sound? Ha ha ha! Fuzzy Biker approved. Ha 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 ha! Look at that big old grain truck. They are everywhere, everywhere right now. It's harvest season here in Iowa. There's a rev limiter in first gear. Wow. Welcome to fabulous South Marnie. Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, we got traffic today, by golly. That's a rarity up here. Marnie is a town of about 100 people. How's that sound? Just an itty bitty spot on the map with a big old motorcycle shop in here. The Some Motorcycle, single universal motorcycle I call it. The one bike that can do everything, you know. You can tour down the highway on them. You can run around town. You can go, I've taken them on in the BDRs in Colorado, several sections of it. Thinking about going to, hey, let's go make some noise. South Dakota next week. Wow. Yes, there is definitely a performance increase with the AEW pipe. It is snappier. It has, it has a significant amount more bite, particularly at the top end. I would agree with him on that. A very interesting sound. You know, the sound in the stock pipe is very generic, you know, very, I almost nondescript, I guess. It just, but with this pipe on there, it really has something. There is a rev limiter in first gear, but I don't think it's the same as second or third. Welcome to fabulous Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle, seller of new and used Royal Enfields, Triumphs, British bikes of all types, gear, accessories, doodads, and whatever else. Go to baxtercycle.com. They can help you out. Tell them Fuzzy sent you. Another grain truck right here. Let's do the bridge spin test. But we're going to do it in reverse this time. How's that sound? We'll do it this way. If I'm capable, if I have the skills. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, here comes traffic. We better hurry. No problem. No problem at all. I'm going to pull over and let this car go by. Alrighty, let's try the hill spin test. Boy, this thing makes some noise. Good noise, good noise. Hey, here comes a big truck. We best hurry, huh? Next time you're in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, make sure you stop right here at the Derailed Grill. Try their Wahoo burger. There's a local. We better simmer down. They're gonna get their pitchforks and torches out and chase me down. Sitting on this bike is pretty much upright. Feel like my knees are slightly below my hips. My heels are well behind my knees. They are up. It's kind of a tight triangle. Having said that, when I rode 1,000 miles on this in one day, I didn't have any trouble with that. It does feel tight to me though. You do sit upright. The bars do reach to you. It's a very comfortable, I could ride this for miles sitting position. It's a comfortable seat too. This one's got the touring seat. I've been wanting to try that. I'd have to take it on a long ride to give you a good impression on that, but I would say as it is right now, it's comfortable. Nice old horse there. The windscreen itself, well, we just took it down the highway and it did all right. That is Motorcycle Park right there. I did not feel any buffeting when we did the ride. Got pea gravel everywhere, don't we? They just redid the roads in mighty metropolis here, and a lot of pea gravel for that. I think it's a lot jumpier of a motorcycle with this pipe. I think there's a lot more add to the power. It really breathes a lot better. I don't think you get a DNA filter. I don't hear it, the howl of the DNA. So this pipe and the DNA would really jump the bike up in power, I'm sure. This pipe has already done that. This is the cornfield on our left and right now. That corn is not quite ready to harvest. It's still drying. That is a bean field right over there. Some of the beans have been pulled out. These beans here were not dry enough, not ripe enough. Let's do a spin around and head back to town. What a fun machine. What an absolutely fun machine. I'm really enjoying this one. If you have a Himalayan 452 and you want it to jump, go to baxtercycle.com and order the AEW pipe from the head all the way back. I'm not sure what they cost. It's really quite an ad. Really quite an ad. I think the fairing does help. That's what I was supposed to tell you about going out there. Very good. I like this. I do like this a lot. Me gusta mucho. The sound is very crisp and sharp. Hear that? If y'all are in the market for a new or used Royal Enfield, Triumph, classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, same with jigs, doodads, coats, jackets, shoes, boots, gloves, cold weather gear, warm weather gear, hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, anything at all, including the fabulous Wahoo t-shirt available here at baxtercycle.com. Anyway, get yourself over to Marnie and check that out, or go to baxtercycle.com. Make sure you tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. They ship, including motorcycles, nationwide and sometimes worldwide. Hit like and subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate that. I appreciate all your comments too. I just love that part of this, by the way. Now I think I'm going to give this motorcycle back, hop on my motorcycle over yonder, right there, and go for a bike ride. If y'all can do the same, please do. Life is good. Get off the couch, get out of the easy chair, get out there and live it, my friends. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful machine.